The following program is a West Tennessee PBS special presentation made possible through the generous financial support of viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.
They exemplify leadership and giving back to the community. Hello, I'm Peter Noll. On this edition of Tennessee is Talking on location, we're at the 71st annual Jackson Woman of the Year Awards from downtown Jackson. So let the conversation begin.
That's so cool.
And then that's when I said that.
The problem with that idea is...
Wow, that was amazing.
Then I came up with a solution.
What was that about?
Here's what I think about it.
Now we're talking.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
On this special edition of Tennessee is Talking on location from downtown Jackson, we're joined by Jackson Rotarian Frank McMeen. Frank, tell us about the Woman of the Year Awards. How did it start?
The Altrusa Club did it for many, many years. The club started in 1949, and then in 1952, they decided they needed to start recognizing a woman in our city. So they started Woman of the Year. And so this year, we're doing the Woman of the Year for 2023. And so we'll have many of those women that are still living, because that's a long time to have Women of the Year. And so many of them are here, and they'll relive this special moment, helping to recognize our person today.
How did the awards come to be part of the downtown Jackson Rotary?
The Altrusa Club became smaller and smaller, and they had difficulty pulling the event off and getting in nominations. And so Vicki Lake and I had friends in that club, and so we started working with them, helping them pull it off. And then we kind of hinted to them, we can have it and y'all come. So we're down to 7 Altrusa Club members. And so today we'll have, right at 100 Rotarians plus guests to honor the Altrusa Club for getting it started all those years ago, and then to honor the Woman of the Year.
What does the awards mean to the community?
It recognizes a woman who has had some kind of impact, that made a tremendous impact in our city. Sometimes it's based on the climate of the period. Like 2 years ago, we had the person that was over Madison County Health Department. She was honored because of all the stuff she did to help us get through COVID. And because that period of time, she stepped up to the plate and did this wonderful thing. And so it's kind of like either something they've done through their entire life, like this year's honoree has given a lifetime of serving Jackson and Madison County, and even branched out into all of West Tennessee. So she has been one that should have been named probably a long time ago, and we're just now getting around to doing that. And so they're all nominated by the community, and then letters of support come in, and so the selection was made, and we're very proud of this year's recipient.
So anyone can nominate someone. Tell us about the selection process.
The selection process, people take the nomination forms, they submit them to Vicki and I and Melinda Reed, who's the president this year, and we bring all those together and we start looking at those. The committee starts looking at those, and then the committee makes that decision, and then Vicki and I start. It's kind of like Vicki and I, it's kind of fun to pull off because you're trying to keep the recipient surprised, but get all the other pieces of it to work where all the recipient's friends are here. So that's the fun part, but then all the details between Melinda and other Rotarians, we make this room happen. And so, but the key is, how do we make sure this person does not know? So they come thinking that someone else is going to be getting this award.
So it's very much a surprise that we'll be seeing today.
Yes, very much a surprise. In fact, this year's recipient thinks she's coming to make an announcement about something at the end of Woman of the Year. And so, we've gone around to her and talking to others around her so that she hears to talk about, we've moved that announcement to the very end. So just be prepared. There's going to be a lot of excitement, and then at the end, we're going to make that announcement. So it's worked so far.
When you say 71 years, that is an award that is enduring and has lasted a long time. Why does it last so long, and how has it endured through over 7 decades?
When you look at the people who will come back, it is such an honor to be nominated and then to receive this award. You'll have women who, some of them are very old, and they come back, and if they don't get their invitation to know when it is, they know it's about this time of year, so they'll call somebody, Vicki or me or somebody, and go, I didn't get my invitation, and I want to be there. And so it's something that means a lot to them. So we're glad they want to come back. The Rotary Club is the oldest civic organization in our city, one of the oldest in the state of Tennessee. I think the 264th Rotary Club in the world. And so I think adding with our heritage and the Woman of the Year heritage, it's something that will help Woman of the Year live on for many, many years.
And Frank, you're with the Community Foundation. What does this say about Jackson and West Tennessee, about honoring those that give back?
It's a neat thing to honor people who are very deserving, and I'm very proud that we are involved in helping to do that. And, in the future, we may look at some ways to bring some corporate support in helping to honor these folks and make it a little more grand than it is. But then it just says a lot for a community that never forgets to honor those that are well-deserving, and that we do not forget them. And so today we're going to be honoring all the past recipients of Woman of the Year, as well as all of the Altrusa Club that's still around. And so you'll see some people in walkers, standing up, who are very proud to have been selected as Woman of the Year.
Hello and greetings. I'm so sorry I'm not able to be with you today, but I'm glad I could share a few remarks on this video. It's so important to celebrate the women who've made a difference in our Jackson-Madison County community. The Altrusa Club started this award recognizing the Woman of the Year in 1949, and then the Jackson Rotary Club has continued this tradition for a number of years. But when I think of the recipients, someone like Miss Emma Inman Williams, Miss Frances Tigert, Cousin Toonie, Miss Doris Freeman, and the 2022 recipient, Kim Tedford, I'm just amazed by their abilities and their dedication. And I know I'm standing on the shoulders of some amazing women as the recipient for 2023. I'm a West Tennessee girl. I've moved to Jackson in 1979, but a career change of joining the Jackson Chamber of Commerce in 1988 has allowed me to understand how our community works. And I've been able to be involved in a lot of organizations and projects over the years. But the pinnacle for me was the Jackson-Madison County Bicentennial Program, the year-long program in 2021 and 22, where we celebrated the heritage and history of this amazing community. The whole town came together to celebrate, and more importantly, we left a lasting legacy for the future. Celebrating accomplishments of strong women in our community is an essential part of our heritage. We can draw pride and courage in their efforts, and we can dream and be inspired to take up a challenge to improve our community. One woman who was a role model for me was Pat Summitt, and Pat had some amazing quotes, but one I want to share with you today is, if you don't want responsibility, don't sit in the big chair. You have to take full responsibility. Well, all I can say is Pat walked the walk. And these women who've received this award over these many years have all walked the walk to make a difference in their community. I want each of you to stop and think of a woman that has done something that impressed you. A woman, what did she do? What was it that inspired you? And then how can you take that inspiration and make a difference in your community? I want to congratulate the winner today. I know that this woman is amazing. She's creative. She's dedicated. Her body of work is phenomenal. And there's so many women in our community that are deserving of this award. But this year's winner, I congratulate. And I thank you so much for receiving the award for 2023. And I appreciate being able to speak to you for a few moments. Thank you.
That's right. A great round of applause for Elaine Christian, our 2023 recipient of the Women of the Year, who couldn't be with us today, but sends her well wishes to us all. Now, what we're all here for, to hear more about the Women of the Year 2024. So at this time, I welcome Rotarian Dr. Ron Kirkland to the podium.
Thank you, Madam President. If I might take a moment of personal privilege, I want you to look quickly at the first page inside your program. It says Jackson Rotary Club, Woman of the Year Committee Co-Chairs. These people don't get enough credit. Dr. Frank McMeen, Dr. Vicki Lake, please stand up and receive our applause. Thank you very much. Frank wanted to be sure he got that on video. It is a great privilege to introduce the 2023 Jackson Woman of the Year. The Altrusa Club of Jackson began naming the Woman of the Year for Jackson in 1952, with its first recipient, Mrs. Ruth Maynard. Our Jackson Rotary Club was allowed to continue this tradition beginning in 2016. Today we announce and honor the 2023 Jackson Woman of the Year. Our 2023 recipient has devoted many, many years of service to Jackson, making it a better place to live. Her commitment to our community has been unwavering. Her passion, dedication, and selfless leadership embody the spirit of Woman of the Year. The numerous letters of support received on behalf of our recipient mention her commitment to nonprofits in our community, as well as the importance she places on developing and investing in our community leaders. One supporter mentioned her continued emphasis on community trusteeship. Others said she had a direct influence on the development of thousands of leaders and future leaders of Jackson and Madison County. Most know our 2023 Woman of the Year from her 40 years with the Jackson Chamber of Commerce, working with Leadership Jackson, Leadership University, West Star Leadership, and the Tennessee Association of Community Leadership. Judy has provided guidance and mentorship to countless individuals. Her strategic vision and ability to inspire others have undoubtedly contributed to the success and growth of the Greater Jackson Chamber's leadership programs. Yet, her involvement in Jackson goes beyond her tenure at the Jackson Chamber. For many years, Judy has been involved in the Exchange Club Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse, where she has served on its board of directors as chair of the Blue Suede Dinner and Auction and with the Circles of Hope Telethon. Judy has also served on the board of directors of the American Red Cross Jackson chapter and was chair of the governance committee. Her involvement with our Jackson Arts is also well known. Judy serves on the board of directors of the Jackson Arts Council and has been active as secretary of the board on its Arts Coalition and on its Arts Council Steering Committee. Other community service includes secretary of the Jackson-Madison County Bicentennial Commission, the Muscular Dystrophy Association, the March of Dimes, the Special Olympics, and the Jackson Exchange Club. Judy was the 2022 American Heart Association West Tennessee Go Red Woman of Impact and was the 2022 Woman of Influence named by the city of Jackson. She was given the Servant Leadership Award for 2019 by the Tennessee Association of Community Leadership and received the West Tennessee Healthcare Foundation Jackson Award for Leadership in 2015. Judy is one of the 2010 inaugural Sterling Award 20 Most Influential Women in West Tennessee. She has been named a Jackson Sun Mover and Shaker in Jackson and received a Pearl Award from the City News. Judy Renshaw is a native Jacksonian who attended Beach Bluff High School and West Tennessee Business College. She's a graduate of the United States Chamber Institute of Organizational Management and the American Chamber of Commerce Executives Leadership Development Program in its Center of Creative Leadership. Judy's been very active in the Northside Church, where she has served on numerous committees. Judy Renshaw has been married for 40 years to Dennis Renshaw. Their children include 3 daughters, Christy, Camille, and Heather, 1 son, Danny, plus 7 grandchildren, Calvin, Ruthie, Mary, Jack, Vivian, Marco, and Luca. On behalf of the Jackson Rotary Club, Jackson and Madison County, I ask that everyone please stand and join me in congratulating Judy C. Renshaw as the Jackson Woman of the Year for 2023.
I am not one good with emotions, so if y'all would sit down, please. let me get myself together here. Sorry, just saw my family. This is such a humbling experience. I guarantee you, all the ladies out there who have won this before know how humbling it can be. You never feel deserving of something like this. You just do what you do because you love your community. I am so thankful. Thank you. Everything I do for love of my community. My mom and dad were great examples for me. A church was a great example of being in service to others. And then when I moved to the Jackson Chamber for my 40 years there, serving our community was just something that you did. And I found that it was something that I loved. Being able to see others grow and be nourished by what you did is a blessing that I'll never forget. And being able to work with Leadership Jackson and being able to see people come up in the community and to move into leadership positions in the community, I was that small piece of something that they did that was wonderful for our community. And I'm so thankful for all my friends that I made through all the services that I was involved in. And thank you so much for this. That's very humbling, but thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
We are honored to be joined by Judy Renshaw, this year's Jackson Woman of the Year Award winner. Wow, 71, you're number 71. How does it feel?
Humbled is the big word that comes up. Did not know this was happening today, and I was going to be recognized, so it's very humbling, and especially when you look out and see friends in the audience and family, that makes it extra special.
Frank McMeen told us part of the big hoopla is the surprise. How did they surprise you, get you here today?
Pam Nash, who's with the Carl Perkins Child Abuse Prevention Center, of which I'm very involved, she called me and said that she needed me to come with her, that we were making an announcement about the Andrew Jackson Marathon. And so since I have been the volunteer coordinator of that in the past, I said, sure, I'll be glad to do that. And so that's what I thought I was doing. I was going to make an announcement about another nonprofit event.
So it was quite the elaborate setup to get you here. What's the first, when did you know that it was you?
I think when they said had been at the chamber for 40 years, because there's not many staff people who've been at the chamber for 40 years before they retired. So that was the point that I thought, uh-oh, that's me.
You've been to the award ceremony before, and you've seen some of the women that were in that audience today. Now you're one of them. How does that make you feel?
Again, that word humbled comes to mind because there are people who have contributed in significant ways to our community in so many different areas of our community, and it's humbling to feel like that I deserve to be there, standing, as Elaine said, on the shoulders of some of those ladies who have already gone before me and have done so much for our community.
What's one thing that you would tell other people trying to explain what the Jackson Woman of the Year Awards is all about? Somebody that never heard of it.
I think it's trying to identify people in the community who have unselfishly served the community to make the community a better place. And I hope that that's something that I have done.
Thank you and congratulations again from everyone at West Tennessee PBS. We really want to thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, we're out of time. I'm Peter Noll. Thank you all so much for joining us from this Tennessee is Talking on location from the 71st Annual Jackson Woman of the Year Awards. Our congratulations to Judy Renshaw and everyone who put on this wonderful event. Remember, you can watch today's program on westtnpbs.org. You can stream it on the PBS app or on the YouTube channel of WLJT. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Do you have a topic you'd like to see discussed on a future episode of Tennessee is Talking? Maybe you want to be a guest and have something to talk about. Send your ideas to tnistalking@westtnpbs.org. Include all your contact information and let the conversation continue. Tennessee is Talking is a presentation of West Tennessee PBS with the goal of bringing people together, sharing ideas, thoughts, and different perspectives, learning from each other and sharing a civil and respectful discussion. Tennessee is Talking, the show that brings West Tennessee together. Tennessee is Talking airs each week on Channel 11, Tuesday nights at 8:30, Friday afternoons at 2:30, and Sunday nights at 6:30, and streaming anytime on the PBS app, the West Tennessee PBS YouTube channel, and on our website, westtnpbs.org. The conversation isn't over, it's just beginning. Send West Tennessee PBS your thoughts about today's program to tnsistalking@westtnpbs.org. Your email may be shared on air during a future program. What are your thoughts? Your your opinions, your ideas. Send an email to tnsistalking@westtnpbs.org. Email us and let the conversation continue.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.